and welcome to Live, Laugh, Learn TV. I'm Dr. Carol Morgan.
I'm Jeff Lauterbach. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we love this show because we get to talk about a bunch of really interesting stuff. And this one, Jeff and I have had this ongoing duking it out battle about this topic because we have very differing opinions about it. And that is the different standards of beauty for men and women. I teach gender, I teach media, I teach all that kind of stuff, and it's no secret to any of us that, the media tells women that they're inadequate because they're not supermodels and skinny and beautiful and but not that men don't get those messages too, but not nearly as much. And so we've had this debate several times, so it'll be interesting to see on camera how we do it. But I always say, why, look at just like some TV shows like King of Queens, those some older ones, and according to Jim, like the woman was beautiful and the guy was just kind of an average Joe looking guy. Like, well, why is that fair? Why can't an average woman be with a hot guy? Why is it always the woman that has to look hot? So I'm gonna throw it over to this guy.
Well,
Jeff?
Bringing out the King of Queens, that's pretty interesting because maybe the Carrie character was interested in the Doug character because he was reasonably attractive, even though he was short.
I never watched it actually. I just know what the characters look
Well, he
like.
was short. He was a shorter guy. He wasn't that tall. Kevin James, the comedian, who people love him because he just has a real engaging sense of humor, but he's a shorter guy, and he definitely he's definitely hefty. He's a hefty guy. He's shorter.
And she's more attractive and thin.
Yeah, the Leah Remini character is she's the actress. She's a really attractive short woman. And
so you think that's fair?
well, that character in real life maybe because how funny he is, and he's reasonably attractive. He's not
so men can just be funny and cool. And not look
He's
good.
funny and cool, and he doesn't look repulsive, so he can.
So that it's okay.
That stands out to her. Maybe you should know this more than anyone. It's all about someone's how they communicate their personality, their sense of humor, how engaging they are.
That's the point of the show. It is not for women, though. I mean, if you had an equally overweight, average sort of looking woman on that show, she would not be paired with a hot guy. And hot guy would not want some, but hot girls, at least on TV and stuff, it's okay to go for the teddy bear funny guy because he's cool. Why though? Is it because women have lower self-esteem because the media just pounds it into our head that we have to be perfect?
I don't know. I'm 6'5", and I vary between 240 and 250, and I consider myself a reasonably attractive teddy bear type guy. I'm not going to be on the cover of Men's Health with a six-pack, but I'm comfortable with myself, and I think I'm hilarious.
Well, it makes
I think it's all about your attitude. How if you're comfortable with yourself, if you're confident in yourself. Now, I'm not saying arrogant. I mean being comfortable and confident with who you are, because you always strive to be a better person, and we always talk about the concept of live, laugh, learn, appreciating who we are but striving to be better people. That happens to be in the wellness and fitness regimen too, but while you are it's good to have fitness goals, but it's good to be comfortable with who you are, but how it translates to relationships. And I'll say this and let you finish your thought. Personally, when it comes to relationships, obviously there's a different set of principles with professional because you're working with someone. But
that's what we're talking about.
When it comes to personal relationships, I would rather be with a woman who I consider cute and has a great sense of humor.
Directly answering, you're just going up now.
Well, it is the presidential campaign.
Why do you think it's okay in your mind for men to be let's just take someone's BMI, okay? Why is it okay for maybe a man's BMI to be in the obese category, but the woman has to be not has to be, but why is that unfair? Why does society let men get away with it and not women?
Well, maybe in the media and on TV, like on TV shows, sitcoms, dramas, movies, and in the media, obviously, you look at look here in Dayton at your local, any of the TV stations, you will see men who are kept around for a long time, even though they don't look as good as they used to. And women are pretty much given the heave-ho.
Exactly.
So you see that on TV and in the media, but
and I think like news show, like news anchors get canned. Women.
Well, that's what I mean.
Mainly,
Mainly you see that on TV and in movies, but in real life, I think guys. I know personally, me, like I said, I'd rather be with a woman who I consider cute and has a great personality and is funny and intelligent than a woman who is drop-dead gorgeous but is not a good person.
You're not going to pick a woman across the bar that's not relatively reasonably attractive and has good BMI, right? Because that won't, because let's face it, you won't. You wouldn't go, oh, there's an average girl, but she might be really funny and cool and good. No, you're going to go for the woman who is the most attractive at first, right?
Well, I guess based on when you see someone in a public setting, you're going to notice looks first. But
okay. So here's another thing. So let's say two people get married and they're both really hot, when they get married. Great. And then 20, 30, 40 years later, let's say the man has completely let himself go and he's like, not because of any, like disease or anything, just because he's lazy and doesn't take care of himself. But the woman, she still looks hot. How is that fair? Why do we let men get away with that?
I think I'm being thrown under the bus here because
it's just not
First
fair.
of all, I don't think it's getting away with anything.
It is. Men get away with it.
I just haven't experienced that, so I don't know. I can't put myself in. I just go back to that King of Queens, even though that was a fictional show. I think she liked his sense of humor and how goofy he is and how they just had a rapport, and I think that's why he or she, because that applies, even though you say you haven't watched the show a lot. That was one of my favorite shows when it was on. He, earlier, I guess in the marriage, was really ripped. And then over the years, because there was an episode where he was like, "You want me to be like College Doug, don't you?"
But she didn't veer that much from what she was. So why is he allowed to get to veer? I mean, I would love to just sit around and eat bonbons and stuff in my face with food, but then no.
Do they still make bonbons? What is a bonbon?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, but all right, we probably need to wrap this up. We'll probably do some more shows about this. You know what? I think we'll bring some guests on sometimes and talk about this, because this is a really good topic. I mean, like I said, I teach gender. I'm very passionate about how really unfortunate it is that our media and our world are so hard on women to look perfect and be perfect and have the perfect body, and we accept the fact that men can just let themselves go, and that's okay. And I'm not saying that I personally am shallow and everything, but I think that we just have very different standards, and I think it's very unfair. And I feel like I'm a person who's all about fairness. I'm like, well, if I'm going to take care of myself, you should take care of yourself. Or if we both let ourselves go, that's fine too. But it's just really sad that so many women out there feel so badly about themselves because of body image and everything. And I don't know. I'm not going to go into a big lecture. I do that in my classes, but but I think, one thing that I have wondered too, like you said about a king and queen, she loved him because of who he was inside. And I would generally agree that a lot of women do tend to see past looks more so than men. But why don't men? I mean, are men just shallow? That's another topic for me.
You can't classify all men as one.
I know. But you also, I think, you're a nice guy, obviously, but I think you're also kind of the same attitude that most men are, like, it's okay. I'm not saying
What's
You
good?
look bad.
It's good. I think it's good to have fitness goals, and like I said, I have my own fitness goals, but it's good to have your goals, but like who you are, and I agree with you to a degree, but we will definitely explore that on the next another episode.
We'll definitely revisit this topic, but for now we really have to wrap it up. So I hope we've at least amused you, but I also hope we got you thinking about how societal expectations really can have a big effect on us, not just on us personally, but our relationships. So anyway, I really am happy that you guys joined us again, and we hope that you will come back, right? So until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Live, Laugh, Learn TV, and we hope you'll come back next time, and the next time, and the next time. And Jeff, why don't you tell them where to find us?
Sure, you could find us on our YouTube channel and on Facebook at Live, Laugh, Learn TV. And feel free to visit us online at livelaughlearntv.com for ongoing fresh content and articles.
So thanks again for joining us, and don't forget to live, laugh, and learn.
Bye-bye.
Bye.